Following Russia's first combat use of the Oreshnik intermediate-range ballistic missile on November 21, the main intelligence directorate of the Ukrainian Defense Ministry publicized an intelligence assessment on Russian industry's production capacity for the new weapons system. Russia is estimated to be able to produce up to 25 Oreshnik missiles monthly, which equates to production of 300 missiles per year. The missile class is the first of its kind developed in Russia since the 1980s, and combines an estimated 4,000 kilometers range with an ability to carry multiple independently retargetable warheads. Closely coinciding with the Ukrainian assessment, Russian President Vladimir Putin revealed on December 6 that Moscow planned to supply Oreshnik missiles to neighboring Belarus, after Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko asked about his country making such an acquisition. Plans for foreign deployments very shortly after the unveiling of the new missile class were a possible significant indicator of a large scale of production. The ability of the Oreshnik to deploy both nuclear and conventional warheads, and to strike up to 6 targets using its multiple independently retargetable warheads, makes it highly valued as a means of engaging Western Bloc forces across Europe, as well as deep into the Pacific and Arctic. The considerable asymmetric value of the system as a means of countering NATO's much larger forces is expected to lead Moscow to deploy it in large numbers. Nevertheless, it remains a significant possibility that increased production of the missile could come at the expense of reduced production of intercontinental range ballistic missiles, most notably the RS-24 Yars system, with a monthly production capacity of 25 missiles potentially requiring a conversion of production facilities for the Yars system to production of the Oreshnik. Nevertheless, production of the Yars system in the 2010s averaged under 22 per year, which makes the attaining of production of 300 missiles for its new shorter-range counterparts a particularly significant surge. The Oreshnik intermediate-range ballistic missile system is a relatively new and advanced addition to Russia's strategic missile arsenal. While full technical specifications are not fully disclosed, the system is expected to possess several key capabilities that make it a significant threat. First, it is an intermediate-range missile capable of striking targets between 500 and 5,500 kilometers, covering much of Europe and NATO's infrastructure. This range allows it to potentially target military installations, airfields, supply chains, and key government facilities across Europe, including NATO bases in the region. The missile system is designed for precision strikes, with capabilities akin to other advanced Russian missiles, such as the Iskander and Kalibr systems, but with a much longer reach. This increased accuracy makes the Oreshnik effective against high-value targets such as command centers, radar sites, and air defense installations. Additionally, the system is expected to be deployed on mobile launch platforms, which makes it more difficult to track and counteract by enemy forces. The mobility of the system allows it to be relocated quickly, reducing the likelihood of a successful preemptive strike by adversaries. The Oreshnik is also expected to have dual warhead capabilities, meaning it can carry both conventional and nuclear warheads. This flexibility adds a strategic dimension to its deployment, offering Russia and Belarus a powerful tool for both tactical and strategic deterrence. It could be employed for conventional warfare scenarios or, in the event of heightened tensions, as a nuclear deterrent, thereby increasing its significance in Russia's military strategy. Moreover, it is believed that the Oreshnik missile system will be integrated with Russia's existing defense network, which includes advanced air defense missile systems like the S-400 and S-500, enhancing the system's coordination and effectiveness within the broader Russian military framework. The deployment of the Oreshnik missile system in Belarus presents a significant escalation in the ongoing security challenges facing both Ukraine and Europe. For Ukraine, the proximity of Belarus means the Oreshnik system would be capable of targeting critical military positions, supply lines, and infrastructure deep within Ukrainian territory. This is especially concerning given the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, where Russia and Belarus are already highly involved. The deployment of such a system further solidifies the strategic alliance between Moscow and Minsk, increasing the threat to Ukraine's defense capabilities. The system's presence also raises the specter of further Russian provocations, as it provides a powerful tool for deep strike capabilities against Ukraine. The Oreshnik missile represents a new threat for Europe, with its intermediate range capable of striking key NATO military sites across the continent. The decision to deploy this missile system will likely be seen as a direct challenge to NATO, particularly as the United States and Germany move forward with their own plans to deploy intermediate-range missiles in the region. This growing missile presence on both sides could lead to heightened tensions and a renewed arms race in Europe. NATO's immediate response may involve bolstering its missile defense systems and enhancing its military deterrence measures to counter the Russian threat. Another critical concern raised by the Oreshnik missile's deployment is its nuclear capability. As the system can be equipped with both conventional and nuclear warheads, it could increase the likelihood of nuclear escalation in the event of conflict. This threat is particularly pertinent given the proximity of Belarus to NATO member states, which would place European countries and the US within potential striking distance of the missile. Belarus, as a staunch ally of Russia, may become a key forward base for Russia's nuclear deterrence strategy, further raising concerns over the stability of European security. The presence of such a weapon in Belarus could also lead to calls for NATO to adjust its nuclear posture, potentially leading to a new arms race between Russia and the West. The deployment of the Oreshnik missile system in Belarus is a strategic maneuver that will significantly impact the military dynamics in Europe and the broader geopolitical landscape. The growing missile capabilities of Russia and Belarus pose an increasing threat not just to Ukraine, but to the entire European security architecture. In response, NATO and its allies may be forced to take stronger measures to counter these new capabilities, further complicating an already tense security environment. As the Oreshnik missile system is slated to be deployed in 2025, this development will likely become a central issue in European defense policy, driving both military preparedness and diplomatic efforts to prevent further escalation.